Alright, welcome back to another, I guess, different type of video. I'm gonna start getting back into backtesting, so I might as well just document it here to hold myself accountable, because when I used to backtest, I guess my stats aren't horrible. 5 days, 3 hours. Total, 3 years, replayed. This is what's bad. 39% win rate. That's gotta get up. And as you can see, I got it at like the very end of December. Backtested January, February, March, and April, a decent amount, nothing crazy. And then I didn't backtest at all in May because I was kind of just forward testing a strategy that I thought was good, but it didn't. I mean, it didn't really work out. So I'm gonna get back into backtesting. Um, I have a ton of different, all these different things I've done, but for I guess at least this video, I'm gonna backtest all of 2024. I have all the holidays right there. So for this video, I'm just gonna backtest the first week. So starting with January 1st, obviously I won't backtest January 1st because it's a bank holiday, but so January 2nd. So I'll backtest until the 5th, pretty much. And this is probably a good trading day because there's no NFP, so this will be a good fine day to trade. The 2nd of January, and we only have a bank holiday. Obviously, the 1st is a holiday until the 15th, so I don't even need this. But yeah, let's get right into it. I'm gonna create a new session, and I'm gonna do it month by month so I can get just like a performance like how I did every month, and I'll do all of 2024. So this will be my model January 2024. Wow. My model January 2024. Document. I can spell. Documented. I'm gonna do 50K, just like a funded account or something like that. 3, and then I'll do MN. Or I'll do NQ and ES. Oh, but then I can't. I won't even do. I'll just do a certain amount of risk. So I'll do NQ because obviously the micro charts a tiny bit differently, so it's a little. I don't know. So I'll just do NQ and ES. Initial date will be 2024, January 1st. That's fine. And then the end date for this little thing will be January 2024. I'll just do February 1st, 2024. So, yeah. All right, let's get right into it. Maybe. Is this it? Yeah, documented. All right. And also, I'm going to be journaling all my trades right here. Yeah. I'm just going to be journaling them. Like, I used to have, if I go to, I guess I named it OG. Like, look at all this. But this isn't all the same model. This is just kind of like, see, like, it's just, look at that. Just a ton of backtesting and journaling. So, I'm going to start a new one. And I guess Jan 1, 2024. And I'll just start off with a bias. Get a little bigger. And let's just get right in. That's not big enough. Yeah. All right, let's just get right into it. So, nope. Why is this? There we go. Okay. E-mini Nasdaq. So I'll make this ES. ES. And I'll make this NQ. So that is NQ. So let me clear everything. It's already cleared. All right, so I'm just gonna trade. I've been trading like a lot of ES recently, but a lot of people that I watch only trade NQ, so I'm gonna just only trade NQ from now on. And yeah, I'm gonna go to next day open, which is what time? Would that be 8? I think it's just 8 o'clock or like around 8 o'clock. So Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. No news. Some good news tomorrow, but no news for today. So I will mark out 9:30 open, and this is New York down, right? Yeah, New York. All right. Oop. So I'll mark out 9:30 open. 9:30. I don't really need to do it on yes. All right, so 9:30 open. I'm just gonna see where we're at. So let's go to the daily. And I didn't start trading until July 20th, 24. So I guess it's coming up on a year, but so I haven't really ever traded this. Besides, I've back tested this before, but I don't remember anything. So we're at all-time highs. We just peaked all-time highs on NQ and ES. Wow. All right, so we just got into all-time highs on both the indices. This is looking like a pretty clear draw in a fair value. Yep, right here. And right there, that looks like a pretty obvious draw. And my strategy pretty much, I mean, to sum it up, it's high time frame, PD array, low time frame CIST. So 15 minute, 1 minute, 1 hour, 5 minute, 4 hour, 15 minute, daily, hourly. And that's pretty much what I look for. There's a lot more that I look for that I'll just, get into, but that's pretty much my entry model, or my entry like signal almost. So let's get into the 4 hour. We're displacing, I think we're in a sell model, displacing right towards this low. But the thing, I don't know if we'll hit it or not by the time I get a good entry. So yeah, we're just absolutely cooking down to this low. Let's see if there's any hourly, or I guess, I don't know, there's some hourlies that we could look at. Let's just look at, yeah, all right, so there's like, it is only 8:15, so I'll mark out like these hourly for value gaps and see if it respects them at all. Alright, now I'll just drop down to the 5 minute and see what price does towards this low. That's my draw. It might honestly just sweep it before I even get a chance, but we'll see. Ooh. Oh, we're kind of retracing. Okay. At 17. Okay. 9:26 and 9:30. All right. So market has opened. Let's go to the 15 minute. Obviously, this is an hourly. I mean, we don't really have too much until this low. I'm on the 2 hour. Yeah, we don't really have too much until this. We just. Ooh, is that equal? 8:15. 8:17. So that means it's higher. Yeah, it's higher. I mean, but these are relative equal, so I'll mark this one out too. There's a relative equal low, and so yeah, ES is nowhere near that one. So I like that. This is a good hourly gap to look at. That's not kind of 15. It's for like an overlapped hourly and 15. So like right here is good, and right here is pretty good. So those are some gaps to look at. So yeah, I'm gonna see what happens. I usually like to wait. I mean, I don't really do this, I guess, when I was trading, but I'm gonna wait like 15-30 minutes after market opens to really take a trade to let like a range form, like see what happens off of it open. So initially we're dropping down to sweep out these relative equal lows, and we might not recover before we take out. Yeah, okay. So we took out the big draw on the daily time frame. I should have also probably marked out. I guess we have London and all right. Well, we took out the big draw. Our next big draw would probably be. Let me get to the hourly. Next big draw would probably be this right here. But now we're in a discount, so I don't know if I'd like to take it to there. ES still hasn't hit it, so that's something I could look for. Let's check out, see if we have any more gaps. We're going to form a 15-minute gap pretty soon, and we don't really have anything to the left until we hit the draw, so let's see if this forms. Alright, so we did form this 15-minute gap. Yeah, I'm gonna mark this out, and then I'm gonna get my fib, and I'll mark out. No, I'll mark out equilibrium of this range. So like right there. See if we can draw back up into it. And then there's a 15 minute, so I look for a 1 minute CISD and a continuation lower. So the CSD would be down here at the moment. Hopefully we can get a little resweep, internal manipulation. It's looking pretty dead right now, and we do take the low. Or we do have a CISD right. That's not really. That's like, yeah, no, that is. All right, so we do have a CISD right there, but that is not really anything I'm gonna look for. See if we're in an hourly. The hourly, are we? No, no, because that was up there. Yeah. Let's see what the 10 a.m. looks like. So the 10 a.m. already opened higher, so we honestly could just dump lower. So I'm gonna go back to 1 minute, and I'll just see what happens on the 1 minute. We might just dump for the rest of the day. And I'm only gonna be backtesting AM session for now, so I'm gonna stop around 11:10. So this might just be a no trade type of day. We do have a gap right here, like after the 10:50, 11:10 macro. I'm gonna call it. So we do have a 15-minute gap right here. Hourly up there, but I don't know. So let's go back to the 1 minute, see if we can tap this gap, and we can tap the gap. Let's see. Go back to the 15. So this is like the low that was formed. All right, let's see what happens off this. And then this, if I go back to 15, this would have to come down here as well. All right. CISD would be right there. Let's just see. We might get some more up candles. And we do, and we're pushing higher. Okay, so CISD would be right there. It's 11:14. I'll stop at 11:30 if nothing looks good. We might have just disrespected this gap. Yeah, we did. We did just inverse this gap, so we could be creating another gap, but it's getting pretty late in the AM session, so yeah. All right, well, I'm going to call it out. That'll be it for this day. I'll delete I guess I'll delete this, that. I'll keep those gaps up there. Delete, 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 and delete. And I'll keep that, and I'll keep that. All right, so no trades for the, oh no, it'd be January 2nd, wouldn't it? All right, so no trades for the 2nd. I guess I forgot to write my bias. Whoops. So let's write no trades. And I'll add a page. I'll go Jan 3, 2024. And I'll write my bias. And 48. All right. Let's just go to the next. I'll put it on, what is this, on 15? I'll put this on 15 as well, just so I can get a more clear picture. All right, so let's go next day open. We drop lower. This draw is still pretty clear on ES, so I think we're still going to continue lower, but this draw was taken on NQ. So let's go back to the daily on both. Let's get some. So I'll mark out equilibrium of this range. Then we have this gap right here. So honestly, this gap will probably be my draw. This gap and discount for the time being. We're also about to hit this gap, so I'll keep that in mind. But this is an equilibrium. So this is what I'll be looking at for the time being. Yeah, ES still hasn't taken out this low, so it is an SMT, but I'm not going to really count it. Excuse me. I'm not going to really count it until I see some, like displacement out of it. And this is the 3rd, right? Yeah, January 3rd. So we do have news. We have 10 a.m. news. Oh, so it is FOMC. So AM session might be a little choppy, but we have 10 a.m. news. So I'll mark that out. 4 hour. There's this 4 hour gap. That looks pretty good on ES, but that is, I guess, okay, this is still on the daily. That's what it was weird. So I'll delete these two, honestly. And the same 4 hour gap is on NQ. So I'll mark it out like that. And my bias is bearish. So I'm gonna mark out some lows. Actually, no, this is my main draw. So yeah, I'll just say take a screenshot, save. And this is how I journal when I actually trade. So this is why I like journaling like this on FX Replay, even though they have their own journaling system. So I'm going to say my bias bearish are and I don't usually spell things right. Drowning. We're trending down. In market maker. Somewhat. I'll add that to the dictionary. All right, and then I'll insert the image, which is this right here. And then I will go back to the charts and play it out. So I'll go to the 1 hour on both of them. Oop. This looks like a good draw right here. And on the 1 hour on NQ, I mean that, but really after like this, it's kind of just like home free for the daily gap. So I'm gonna go to 15-minute on ES. Zoom in a bit. 15-minute on NQ. I can delete that from Tuesday. And I'll mark out 9:30 and 10. Because 10 has some red folder, 8:30 has some orange folder, so I'll keep an eye on that. But what about the 15-minute? Okay, so 9:30 and 10 o'clock. All right, now I'll go down to 5-minute on NQ, and I'll start playing out the market. So we'll see what happens at 8:30. It's 8:30, and news didn't really do anything. So let's wait for market open. And let's see, actually, I want to mark out London and Asia low. We don't really have London or Asia low, but we have the highs. So, right. Would be 16. So this would be, I think I'm just going to mark out London high. This would be London high. So if market did want to go up, that's where I'd like to see it go. But for now, I'm just going very bearish. And I'm actually 15-minute. There's not really any gaps. I don't know. All right, let's just go back down to the 5 and let's see what happens off of open. We are chopping around, popping up. I'm gonna see if there's any 15-minute gaps, or I'll see if there's any 1 hour gaps first. There's one right here. And to the left, we are in one, but there's one like right below this low. I mean, this is like all kind of 1 hour gaps. I'll mark out this one though, right below the low. Come on now. Alright, let's get off. Alright, so there's that one right below the low. And for 15-minute gaps, nothing much. Yeah, nothing much. I mean, we're in this little order block breaker. We're in this little breaker block type of thing. So I could expect to see some, but I'm still like, I mean, we're in that. It's not awful, honestly. It's not terrible. Let's look to the left. I mean, none crazy. So for now, I'm going to go back down to the 5-minute, and I'm going to see probably, I'll wait until probably 10 a.m. news comes out, because it should be very volatile. And I'm going to wait to see what happens. So 9:58, 9:59, 10 o'clock. It is chopping up a bit. I don't know. This is a very choppy market open. There we go. Okay, we just tapped down. This actually looks pretty good. So we just swept out that liquidity. And we just changed state. I guess we changed state right there. But I didn't want to take it because we weren't delivering. I guess we, oh, I mean, this tiny, that doesn't really count. So now we're in this hourly gap after sweeping liquidity. So maybe a 5-minute CISD, but I am pretty bearish. So if we can go down and resweep, this might actually not look too bad. If we get an immediate reaction up, but we're just so bearish. That's the only problem. See, but then it's going to give me something like this. Yeah, let's see if it closes. Yeah, it's gonna close. Okay. So we did get a CISD out of this hourly. CISD right there. I wouldn't take it right up here, or I wouldn't have taken it there. So if it comes down, and what would be the breaker here? So down. So this would be the order block. This would be the breaker. So I'd put the stop probably at this body, and I'd target at least this high. So for 1 to 2, I'll market order in here. Market. No, I'd limit order. By obviously 1%. I'm gonna be risking 1% every trade, so just $500. Or actually, I kind of want to risk. I'll just risk 1% every trade. Position size. I'm just gonna just 1%, so like $500, because I'm trading on the, not the micro, so it's gonna be less than 1 con. So I'm gonna save this, get in here, see if it taps me in. I honestly don't know if it will. I do like that we did inverse this 5-minute as well. Let's see what happens. Okay, we are in the trade. Oh, I just don't like that we're so bearish. Honestly, this might be a bad trade just because we're just so bearish. Like, if we go to the... I mean, it just... I don't know. The model is there, but... I mean, we're delivering after... I don't know. I guess it's just going to be a good... I'm not profitable yet, so... This is just what the learning lessons I need to learn. So... Alright, let's see what happens. And let's see... Come on. Come on, come on. Wow. Okay. I mean, obviously we haven't won the trade yet. But this was... I need to get in closer. 7 ticks. So less than 2 points away from stopping me out. Alright, so let's see. Honestly, this looks like a good break-even spot. So let's just see. Honestly, I'm just going to put it... What is it? 12:32. When did I enter this trade? 11:30. That is kind of late. I don't know. That's fine. I'm going to go to the 5-minute, and I'm just going to see what happens with this trade. Down, down, down. There we go. Alright, since it's so late in the day, since it's already 1 o'clock, I'm going to bring my stop to break even. Wow, that is a very close. Alright, I'm going to bring my stop to break even. And honestly, lifetime, I probably would have trimmed here, but I'm going to practice holding to the draw, and that's my current draw. So let's see what happens. Alright, so this kind of is my saving grace right here, this 5-minute. Hasn't been disrespected yet, but this button click could make it disrespected. No? Nope, that's it. Alright, well, there we go. Not a loss, not a win, so I guess a small win. And look at this, we sweep it one more time. Excuse me, time. And now it looks like we're going to go up. Nope, we're going to go down. Alright, so very choppy day overall. It probably is because of, I guess, 30-16. I don't know. Alright, so let's go on to Wednesday. I should probably, I didn't see, oh, I didn't even journal that trade, huh? I'm sure right now. What am I talking about? Alright, so let's go to my bias. Where did market open? I mean, I guess my bias was correct. The market went down. So I'll take a screenshot of this. What a stop, though. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful stop. So I'll say my bias was correct. Down, but it was a very choppy day. Let me make it that small. Alright, so I'll put that, I'll insert the image. Screenshot. And my trade. So far, I guess it's the first week. I'm not sure about this. Alright, so my trade was on the 5-minute. Right here. And this will be good because I'll get it, like, a lot of times I see it, like, this happens more often than I would think it would happen, but I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to say I'll obviously save this like that. Was there even an... I don't know. Let me just... All right, so I'll say the trade was... The trade against my bias, but there was quick, clean CID after a tap and sweep. And then I'll say how long the trade lasted. So the trade, I was in the trade for 11:35, so 11:35 to 13:40. So no wait, that's not even when it, no, right there. Yeah, you're right. I'm right. So like right here. So 11:35. So about like an hour and 55 minutes. So say I was in the trade. I entered at 11:35. It very and what should I say? It stopped to break even, and it was a counter trend, and oh no, let me make sure I spelled everything right. Quick entered trade because out. So trade trend turn on. Alright. There's the journal. Yeah, there's trade number one. Up $11, so I'm balling pretty much. And let me, I guess I'll delete this, that, this, that, this, that, and I will go to the next day, which is the 4th of Thursday. So tomorrow, I think this is the day before NFP. Or no, okay, that's why. Okay, so yesterday was the day before NFP, so probably should have took that into consideration. Today is NFP, so it might not be as good, and then Friday should be fine. So today is, or no, today. All right, so today and Friday might be a little low probability, but I'm still gonna trade it. So I to create another page. Jan 4, 2024. Bias. Let's go. We'll go back to the daily. Still, no, we hit it. We hit that. So we hit this low on ES. Let's go to the daily here. I think we're probably drawing towards equilibrium and this gap on NQ. So this is my main draw. Yeah, that's my main draw. Let's see the 4 hours. See how this is looking. We're in this giant 4 hour gap, but I'm not tripping about that too much for shorts. Yeah, I really think we're just gonna hit equilibrium. Honestly, that's my strong draw. So I'll go back. Look it down. 1 hour. I mean, we're just. I mean, I guess these are pretty. So I'll draw a line. Right here on here on ES, and I'll draw in this gap right here. Alright, so I'll draw in this gap right here. For my main ES draw. And on NQ, it's the equilibrium in this gap. So I'll screenshot this and say I have a very strong bearish bias to EQ of the daily range on NQ. I think it's a daily gap. BEAR. Bearish. Alright. Oops. Let's take a picture of myself. Alright. So there we go. And yeah, let's get right into it. So I guess I already have my draws on liquidity. I'll mark out London and Asia high. When do I? Oh, I forgot. It's probably bad, but I forgot when I mark out London high. Let me get on here real quick. So London at 3, Asia at 20. All right, London at 3, Asia at 20. But, okay, so London will be right here. This is my London high. And my Asia high probably got swallowed up. Yeah, all right. That's my London high on NQ, and on ES it's right here. On ES it's right there. So it's a different high, but it's not that much different. And let's see some gaps. Let's see if there's any 1 hour gaps to the left. No, not until equilibrium. And yes. Yeah. Not until that gap. So I'll go back to 15 on ES. Back to the 15 on NQ. I'll see if there's any gaps to the left. Get a good 15ers. Not really. It's kind of just the equilibrium. So let's see if we can get a little retracement for a little entry. There's a 15er right here and a 15er right there. There's a possible little entry. But it's obviously pretty early in the day. It's alright, it's the fourth right. It's the fourth. Alright, so 8:30 we have news. So I'll mark out 9:30. And it says we should have had news at 8:15. NFP news. I don't think anything really happened though. Yeah, nothing really happened. So let's go to 8:30. Let's see what happens at 8:30. Big move down. And this is definitely a day where I wait until 9:30 to trade. So let's see if our draw gets taken before that. Hopefully not. Okay, 9:22. This gap is looking pretty good for a continuation. Nothing really on ES at the moment. It looks like NQ is a lot lower than ES. Yeah, NQ is a lot lower than ES. So let's see. Oh, okay. This is interesting. So 9:30 open, set it way higher, and we like pretty. Okay, so this is a very strong draw for me. So let's see how it reacts out of this 15-minute gap. We're just going crazy. Okay, so this would be the CISD right here. I actually kind of like that it remanipulated. So this would be the CISD right here. Out of that 15-minute gap that's still respecting, which is gonna be for a little longer. We might just get an entry right here. If this changes, ooh, so I think that's an entry. And it's close enough, and it's already 9:40. It's kind of early off open, but I really do like this entry. So, and I'm fine. I'll market order right here because it's so close to the CISD. So I'll market order here. I'll go stops at the bodies. I'll just go stop at this high, actually. So stop at that high. Oh, but I don't like the R. All right, so this will be break even right here. This will be my break even point. Break even mark. Yep. So that'll be my break even point, and I'll target this daily gap, and I might trim some. Let's see. I'll mark at 1.5 and 2R and see how the conditions look, and then I may trim if needed. So 1.5R is right there, and 2R is there. All right, so if I need to, or if it's not looking good, I'll trim there. But I think this daily gap is my main draw. So I will go ahead, and this is out of 15-minute, right? Okay, so yeah, so I'll go ahead and market order this, and this is in line with my bias, which is a very strong bearish bias. So I'll 1%, not a limit. I'll market order and save it. All right. I think the only problem is this stop. It may come back up, but I like that. I don't know. I'm just gonna hold it, and if it stops me, it stops me. Okay, we're going back down, and close call. But we're going back down, and we're coming back up. All right, it stopped me out. I'm curious to see what happens now, honestly. Let's see if we go back up to sweeper. Yeah, we might have just wanted to come right back down. Cool. So I can take out. Oops. Take out that. Oops. That. Do we get an SMT at all? Oh, we do have an SMT. It's like weird. Because that's higher than that. I don't know. This looks good. That's kind of. I don't know. I kind of like this entry. I don't know. I'll leave it for now. Let's go back to the 15-minute. See if we can get another. Kind of just remanipulate it up here. I don't want to re-enter. And we just inverse it. I'm going to re-enter right here. I'm still very confident with this. I'll stop at the bodies right there. It shouldn't go above there. Is this 1R? All right, that is 1R. So that'll be break even. And if it gets down past here, I'll think about trimming. If we get to like 1.5 or 2R. So this will be break even. And I'm going to remarket enter just because it looks really good. And another reason I'm going to remarket enter is because it hasn't gone above this, which is I stopped right there when it could have been there, but I don't know. All right, so let's keep going. Let's play out the markets, and it's just going to stop me again. Cool. Wow. Nice. Ugh. All right, well, that'll be it for the day, and it's going to push up. So, awesome. I guess this is just NFP. So that's 0-2 on the week so far because I hit a double loss. So let me... Damn, that sucks. All right, so let me re-put my short position I took. Where did I take it? It went up into this gap, remanipulated, came back down here. I took it like right there. Stops right here. I guess the lesson for that trade is don't re-enter if I don't meet the criteria. So, alright. So these were 2 losses taken. What can I learn from this? I don't know, honestly. Honestly, I thought these were some good trades. I guess it's so deep in discount, it's kind of crazy. So I guess that's a good lesson. So I'll go back to the 1 minute, and or actually, what time is it? All right, I'm gonna skip the rest of the day, around like market close at like 4 o'clock. Wow, that moved a lot. All right, okay, so. Oh, and I made equal. Oh, that could be a really good draw. That would be okay. That could be a really good draw. All right, so let's go back to the hourly, and honestly, my bias was wrong, but I'm not too mad about it being wrong. But like, it looks low because like ES just went. Not really. Actually, yeah, no. Okay, so I'll say my bias because pump Alright, so my bias was wrong for the AM session, but was pretty right afterwards, which I'm only focused on the AM session, so that's all I care about right now. Let's insert this picture, and then let's journal the trade I took when I entered and all that. So trade, put it right there. So let's go to the 15 minutes. So I think like the biggest problem with this trade is how deep in discount we were. And honestly, besides that, and I guess I entered a little early, but I just probably, I don't know. So whole setup just fell. That's crazy. Oh, let me make sure this is still good. All right, we're good. So I'll screenshot it. I'll say or I'll probably insert the picture first. And I'll say the setup was there, but the price was such a discount. I still liked it anyway for what I know now. So I'm not mad at the trade. Then I'll say the second trade could have avoided because BCAUs. It was kinda, I guess, emotional. Kinda, I'll say forced because I wasn't really emotional. Forced because we didn't get a setup just. Alright. I'll write that and then I'll see I'll see when I entered and how long it was for. So I'll just make it the first one. So I entered at 9:40, which is a bit early, so I guess I'll keep that in mind. I entered the trade at 9:40 and was in 16 minutes. No, right there. This is where I got stopped. 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Second trade I entered at. Wow, I just got immediately wicked on this one. Nice. I got stopped right there. I entered at 9:58 and got stopped, and I was in it for 3 minutes. 9:58. All right. I guess it's time to go on to Friday, and this will be the last day for this video this week, or I guess today. And then tomorrow, I'll try to do these videos, I guess just once a day for all of June, except for when I go to Mexico, which isn't a bit. But for now, I'm going to do them once a day, hopefully backtest a week a day, and I'm just doing this to hold myself accountable so I don't, not do it. So Jan 5, 2024. All right. Bias. That. So far, unfortunately, we are 0-2 and down $1,000. So that is not good at all. I don't delete that. Oh, that's such a good draw. I'll probably keep that, and I'll delete these two. And I'll go back to the 15 minute. Excuse me. I'll be back. I will move to the 15 minute and go to next day open. Go to next day open. Okay, so we are in the gap officially. Yeah, so is Friday, 10 a.m. news, NFP at 8:30. So I'll mark out 10 on Q. Um, and yeah, let's get right into it. Let's go to the daily. We are in equilibrium. We hit the big gap. We haven't really dug into it too deep though, which I don't like. On ES, we are higher, a lot higher. So we're in a different daily gap. Let's go to 4 hour. See if there's anything interesting here. Not really. I mean, there's this little thing. I mean, it's hard to be. Honestly, I'm more bullish than I have been the whole week because it's Friday, so we'll probably want to dig back into the range. And because we've hit equilibrium, and yeah, that's pretty much my main reason. So I guess like this, like around here. Oh, those are the equals, aren't they? No, that was a little higher. I need to find the equal highs that formed. Is it these? It's just these Thursday. I don't know. Well, this is a good draw right here too. It's standing out. And then this gap that I had marked out a bit earlier that I deleted. So honestly, I like. So I'll go back to the hourly. I'll say I'm more bullish. Let's go. Let's screenshot it. So I'll go. I am more bullish today. Hit EQ and a big daily FEG, and it's Friday, so I expect price to the range. Alright, no spelling errors. That's impressive. Alright, and I'll insert my picture here, and let's get right into it. So, let's go to the 15-minute. Let's mark out. Go to the 15-minute. Let's mark out. Okay, so it's right here. Oh, it's not really equal though, because it's not a bad draw. Like this up here, honestly, bullish, like a longs don't sound too bad right now. So let's mark out. This is probably London low. Yeah, London low. So there's a London. There. Is that different? Okay, so London low. Let's see where's London high would be. It's probably London high. Yeah, London high. Oh, is that just already London high? Yeah. Okay, so I'll mark this yellow. And then Asia will be all the way back here. So that'd be Asia right there. So I'm kind of like this, honestly. It's not looking too bad for some longs. And I think I already have Asia. And this, I marked the wrong. Okay, so yeah, longs honestly don't look bad at all right now. There's just not too much to go off of. And there's 10 a.m. news. So I'll mark out 10. I think it's just going to be one tick. Oh, is that 10? Oh, so I'll mark out 9:30. Okay, so I'll keep 15-minute on ES, and I'll go down to 1 minute on NQ, and I'll get to clicking. I'm going to mark out some 15-minute gaps, actually, too. I guess there's not much besides that. Let's go to 1 hour. Yeah, it's kind of dead. All right, well, let's just go to open. There's news at 9:30 as well. Oh, 8:30, I mean. There's a lot of news at 8:30, so 8:30 could be pretty volatile. Give us some good data highs and data lows to work with. Wow, that is way more than I thought. Okay, that is a data high, if I ever seen one. Honestly, if we get a good, if we're in like a 15er, get a little 1 minute, see, ooh, because like right there. Let's see how much we dig into this gap right here. And I'll mark out this low to see if we swept it. I don't. Honestly, we might have without volatile. That was just was. Did we? Ooh, it's like equal. Oh, we touched. It's like equal. Oh my gosh. It's like a half tick above. All right, let's see if we go back down to take this low. Because if we did that, I would like that a lot for a little data high. Are we going to stop edging me? No. Nope. All right, well, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's 9:05, so I'll just skip up to 9:30. See what happens. We're just pushing. All right, so it's 9:35. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind a little short out of this. We're in this gap. We just swept all these in this 15-minute. And we have this 15-minute coming up that is pretty equal with that high, so that's not bad. And let's go to 1 hour. Yeah, the 1 hour's dead. All right, so let's go back to the 1 minute. So this one got disrespected. See if we go down a little bit from here. Ooh, we did. Okay, so this is interesting because technically I kind of like this, honestly. No, I do like this. I do like this. Just had a pump. You know, I'll mark out equilibrium of this and I might enter right here. So let's go here, mark out equilibrium, go back down to the 1 minute. I can take away this data high marker. I can take away this too. I do kind of like this because we've inversed this gap. We technically had a CISD right here. Yeah, I do like this, and we had a really good displacement leg, and this is EQ right there, and we have all this LR, you know, I'm trying to say LR. So I will probably honestly enter right there. So this is technically the CISD. It's not the cleanest ever, but you know, it's whatever. We had this inversion right there to support it. So that's an IVG. And we are delivering from this 15 minutes. So, and it's 9. It's a decent amount after open. Maybe I should wait a little longer, but I guess that's what I'm here to learn. So I'll market enter. I'll just market enter right here. Stops above the body for that wick. Where's the breaker? This would kind of be. So I'll do it above this body, like right there. What did I just do? Okay. And I will target here and probably go break even a little sooner. So yeah, I'm gonna enter. What is it? 9:39. I'll mark and enter here, and I'll see what happens. All right. Well, it looks like we're gonna go in 3. Yep. All right. Okay. Cool. That sucks again. Well, I'm just losing. All right. So we come up a little bit. Yeah. Come up a little bit. Still respecting it. See, this is why I should have waited longer. Because let's see. Look at this. Let's see if this one works. Because then it would have came up, reswept. This would have been literally the exact same place would have been the CISD. So I could just move this like over. That would have been the CISD. Could have entered right here, gone short. I would have gone short right here. I would probably put it at the wicks because it's a small stop, and I could have targeted EQ. Let's see how this would have played out. Wow. Okay. Cool. Oh, but my. I'm just gonna call it. Good thing I didn't enter that. See what happens out of this gap. Okay. So there's another 15-minute gap, as you can see. Let's see what happens. I'm not gonna take. Or what time is it? 10:17. Oh, I kind of do like this. All right. So let's see. Where would the CISD be? Like right there. So CISD would be. I'll say it's right there because that's kind of where I started. So that's CISD. So I'd short it right there. Stop right there. TP here ish, but I don't think I'll enter this unless it comes all the way back up, which it just did. You know, I'll try this. It's back testing, so I gotta try things. I might go in form for the week, or I might, you know, hit a banger. Let's replay back to this date right here. Let's replay this date. Proceed. Put a market enter short right here. It'll hit on this candle. I already know that. So market enter short right there. Stop at the highest wick. Let's get a little EQ of this range right here. See what we're dealing with. Okay, so that's EQ. I'll just target there for now. That's EQ, so have a good thing. So I'll limit order 1%. Cha-ching. And it taps me in right there. And oops, go on. And we're still respecting this gap right here, this 1 minute gap. Respecting this 15-minute gap, obviously. And we had good displacement. So let's see what happens. I guess might go break even around this area. We'll see. Let's see what happens. So I am gonna get stopped again. Wow. Well, I'm just play out the rest of the day. See what goes down. So that's 0-4 on the week. So not a good start to backtesting, but it's a good thing I'm backtesting because I clearly am not ready to trade. So it just wanted to go back up again before finally taking the move down. So, wow. All right, well, we're down 4R for the week, so that's not good. I think, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. So let me journal this. I'll say, I mean, like, bias wasn't bad at all is the thing. I was just looking at the wrong things, honestly. I was just going to... So I'll just say, I'll screenshot this and say... Bias wasn't horrible. Open, but I just trying short. Alright. Pumped off open, but I just got cooked trying too short. Insert this picture. Screenshot. Boom, boom, boom. And then the trades that I took. 48. Make it big. Make it big. Alright, so I'll take a screenshot of this. Go back down a minute. Wow, this was not a good way. Wait, with this, yeah, I would have already failed a funded challenge in 1 week. So that's not good, unfortunately. But that's why I'm backtesting. And I guess NFP could have had something to do with it, but we'll find out. We'll find out in the session. So I guess this is bringing out all my weaknesses and what I need to do. So I'm glad I'm doing this because, yeah. All right, so my first trade was against but 15 got tapped and CSD. That's what eliminate CSD. CSD. I'll say how long I was in it for. I entered at 9:39 and was in it for 9 minutes. Ten minutes. My second trade Same thing. Same thing. Entered at, let's see. I entered at 10:23 and was in it for 19 minutes. 10. 19 minutes. Alright, so let me see. Let me see. What went wrong? What went wrong? I think, okay, so alright. It is NFP day, so that's some. And did I lose yesterday too? Yeah, okay. So I lost 4 trades in a row on the day before NFP and NFP, so I guess that's something to keep in mind. It is NFP though, so that's something to keep in mind. The setups themselves good, but the conditions I guess. What else? What else did I do wrong? What else did I do wrong? What else did I do wrong? Once more. I could have looked for more. Oh, because we were in the daily gap right there, huh? And then I've just kind of ignored this 1 hour. So I could say I ignored the low time frame. So I guess that's something I keep in mind. The high time frame over low time frame. And I guess that's really all I got for now, honestly. But that was the first week of 2024. Starting off 0-4, down $2,000. Not a great start, at all, really. So I guess let's look at the analytics. Let's go to the summary. Analytics. This is 20. No, it's not even 20% because I had a break even. Wow. Okay, 20% down $2,000. 20% win rate. 0.02 R. So, not a good way to start, but you know, I guess that's why I'm here backtesting. So that'll be it for today. Hopefully tomorrow's session goes better. It's not going to be NFP week, so maybe I'll learn my lesson on that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, CPI, it's CPI, PPI week. So hopefully that goes a lot better than whatever just happened here. So I guess that's it for me for today, and I will be back tomorrow for, I guess it's Monday. So let me refresh this. It is Monday. Ooh, 10 a.m. news. I like that. Ooh, Powell speaks. That's questionable. Oh, it's also NFP week. Hey, I learned my lesson today, I guess. All right, so I'll be back tomorrow for a trade recap and another backtesting week. So that's it for me today. I'll see you then.